Hi guys, welcome back to Nick's Home Renovation. I'm at my 1955 house reno for my family and I'm glad to say since I last saw you, loads has happened. You might be able to see in the background here, we're up to the second floor. This is in the side plot we had, built 2 stories here, and on the second floor is going to be our bedroom and Lydia's bedroom. So we've built 2 bedrooms with 2 en-suites up there, so I'll show you that later. We've done works to the front of the property to give it a bit of a symmetrical shape. We've had rafters put in, another steel put in, and if any of you are concrete guttering experts or old builders maybe with a bit of experience, I'd love to hear from you, as we've got concrete guttering issues at the top and I'd love to pick your brain and ask you some questions. But I'll start by taking you around and talk about what's been going on. So last time you would have seen all of this. This hasn't changed down here. So what we're looking at was a side plot, and we've built 2 floors from here up. You can see the outside of the second floor up there and downstairs here, and then along the back here it's just a single story, which is why you can see straight through, which will be a flat roof. This space here is going to be divided into 3. I'll put a floor plan up to show you to make it easier as well. But we'll have Lydia's playroom in this far right corner by that window, probably a wall split straight down the middle. Little TV room in the front here on the left. A corridor is going to be bursting through this wall here where that window is, which was the old toilet. And then as I walk from here, from about here, I would say it's going to be our living room, which we're yet to decide what to do with. We'd like to get a fireplace in there maybe. But we've yet to decide what we're doing. We've put a skylight in here. We're getting all our skylights from EOS roof lights. They're amazing. We can't decide whether to have one here or not still, as you might have heard in other videos. And then we're also having one here and down the end there. So this is going to be our kitchen part. This is our L-shaped kitchen. And we're going to be breaking through again through here, which will be our utility room, which I'll show you the other side in a minute. And then this is going to be where our sort of dining table is. And again, got to break through here to create a nice hallway, which I'm really excited to show you in a second, because we've had a few walls down in there as well. So it really opens it up. And then lastly out here, we're just going to have a stud wall across there with some sliding doors or double doors to separate this whole zone. So there's been a few changes in here. There was a wall there where you can see on the floor, and look at the ceiling across the whole way. And then there was a little retaining wall here as well on the steps. And the reason we've taken that out is because we're putting steel in, which I'll show you. Well, this is going to be a part of it. Steel going across here. And we are going to open this all up, basically to the left of that loo, all the way up, all the way across. And that's going to be our corridor into the extension, which we were just in. And you can see out of here, obviously this window is getting blocked up. I really like it now, because when you look out the front here, or when you walk through the front door, sorry, it's so much more open than it was. There used to be a cupboard there, there used to be a big wall there used to be the downstairs loo there. So you can see all the way through, and that window there is going to be our entrance into the extension. So you'll be able to see all the way through to the back of the garden as soon as you walk in. And then the space that is left is going to be a downstairs loo and a storage cupboard built into here, whatever sort of size we fancy at the time. These stairs are sort of one of my next jobs that's going to be coming up. I'm going to be flipping those, so I'm going to order them, and we're going to stack it up to there, up to the window, and then come up here. But we've got loads to do up here, rearranging the joists to support that change and making that big hole up there. And we're still going to have a nice double fronted entrance where you can see all the way up when you come in the front door, which is going to be nice. I think we have to keep this bit, but the rest of it will all be open, I believe. I'll show you at the front in a sec. I'll quickly show you in here. There's a curtain on here because the guys have had their heating on, and this is where they've been doing their cutting. This is for all the rafters and floor joists everywhere. This room hasn't changed much in the last few months, but will be split into Emily's office, which is going to be at the front here. I'm going to put a stud wall probably roughly along here, and then this back bit's going to be a nice utility. And in this utility we're going to cut a door out at some point going through to the garage, so if we have dirty feet and things, we can come in through the garage almost make it like a boot room as well. I'll quickly show you at the front. I'm going to go up on the scaffolding as the last job, but I need to put the camera down for that as it's deadly, which I'll show you in a second. So the guys have dug all this out and built this to be symmetrical to over here. One of my jobs I'm applying for at the moment to the council is to do something about this porch, maybe have a nice oak framed porch, just to make the house more attractive, and a lot of the neighbours have done it. It looks really nice. Still got this big pile of rubbish to go, and now you can see a bit more what the house looks like. I've got to change all the garage doors, all the windows, all the front door, render the whole thing, as well as obviously the roof. Lots to do. And at the very end I'll take you up these steps up here once I've shown you upstairs. Right, coming upstairs, have to watch this still one deadly step. For those watching for the first time, I have taken down all the walls up here. So there was a loo here, there was a bedroom in the back here, there was a storage cupboard here, and I've removed all of that. Rooms on the right still remain the same. Over here and over here. And I removed the chimney breast from, or chimney stack, sorry, all the way up. Now let's show you the exciting bit. As you can see, they've grinded out the entranceway, so it's a bit more easy to visualize what's going to happen up here now. So we're going to put a stud wall back across here to form a bathroom, and in front of that we're probably going to have a storage cupboard in this zone as well. And then here's going to be an ensuite where that was. I think this really allows you to picture more of the space we're going to have up here now as a landing, and how much better it is without that chimney breast being here. What a lovely landing size it is. And then coming over here is what the builders have been working hard on. So this, we're on the side plot, and this is our second floor. It's not quite divided by the steel, but you can see they've put a ceiling here, and essentially there's going to be a bedroom on the left here and a bedroom on the right, and I'll take you under here and show you properly. So if you imagine the corridor coming here, there'll be a left turn into this, and there'll be a bedroom here, probably a bed on a wall against here, and then where that window is will be an ensuite in Lydia's room at the front, and then the corridor coming this way will turn right into that side of the extension, and where that window is, there'll be an ensuite going that way. Sorry, there'll be an ensuite coming this way, which will create Emily and my bedroom here, and I imagine we'd have the bed here, and then we're going to try and squeeze a dressing room with some built-in wardrobes and things over there. So we've got two nice windows here, and you guys can see the disaster of a swimming pool that is just filling up. So I punched holes in it, but we've got clay soil here, so I think the water might even be coming up through the large holes I punched. So I think eventually I'm going to have to get the digger in, remove some of that rubble I threw in there, and pour it with concrete, as I just don't see another solution, unfortunately. But it might be a job for the future. Thought I'd show you quickly out the back as well, as it's sort of just dry enough. I can show you the mess of a swimming pool that I need to fix as well. All this type 1 is to go under the patio eventually. But the house is looking quite some size now. Still looks a bit odd with the old bricks on one and then the blocks on the other, and the roof just looking really funny. But much easier to visualise what we're doing now. And then this is the pool that's causing me a little bit of a headache, but still not one for now. As I say, I think I almost cause this now because we punched big holes to let the water drain away. I think with the clay it's just doing the opposite, and I think the water's rising up. But again, if anyone's got any experience out there, it'd be nice to hear from you. And in the next few months all these nice leaves will drop. You can see it's already starting to happen. Definitely going to have to invest in a leaf blower, and unfortunately this garden won't look half as attractive once they go. Still got my ditch back here. I'm looking to plant some hedges in the next couple of months, give us some privacy back here. But yeah, a lot of garden that I don't have a clue what to do with, because I'm pretty sure there'll be no money left to do much with it, but just make it as maintenance free as possible. But yeah, I'm really happy with what the builders are doing and can really visualize it better now. So those afraid of heights, look away now. We're on top of the scaffolding and you can see a sort of more of a bird's eye view of the extension the builders have built down here, with our room back here and Lydia's room the other side. I'll take you all around, but I'll start by showing you this concrete guttering. Well, actually, let's show you the garden first. As you can see, we've got a lot to do back there, and I'm sort of blanking it out because it's going to be so much work and time and money, and I have no idea what to do with it and whether there'll be any money left to do it. But that swimming pool is problem number one that needs to be sorted, really, once we've done the house. So this concrete guttering is completely new for me. I have no experience with it, and actually I'll take you around the front because it's slightly better to see. But it runs the whole way around the house, and we're removing it because basically my architect said it doesn't do a very good job. It's really unattractive, so we're going to get rid of it. Love the views up here. You can see the 3 oak trees we have in the garden and how nice the neighbours' gardens are. I wish ours looked like that. So the guys have hacked off a lot of this round here, but it's all held together by this. So even when you hack it off, you then have to cut it with a Stanley knife. It's a real pig. So this is the best way of showing you. So the guttering obviously came out here, so we whipped that off and came back, and we were going to take it all the way back to this plate, but we found these concrete bars in them, and we think that it might be holding some sort of structural support for the windows and maybe the roof. I mean, there's no lintels above these windows at all, so we're going to have to do something to make sure that's supported. But it's made us think that we actually can't take all of that back to the plate like we wanted, so instead I think we're just going to take it back to here, and then we're just going to have to extend these rafters out a little bit to make our soffits and everything further down the line. But I'd love anyone's experience in this, because this is totally new for us. There must have been some older builders maybe who've dealt with this before, and what it actually does, and does it support the roof, and why would they put that here? Because it looks to me like this goes the whole way around the whole house, so that'd be really interesting to know. And then you can see the front garden from here. The front garden plan is basically to do a big U-shaped drive in there and out there, just to the left of that tree, because we don't want to get rid of any trees. So we can literally come around the outside of that tree, down here, and then to the left of that tree, and then have some sort of grass in the front there. Again, feels like a long time off, but I've actually put in for planning for it, because it'd be good for parking, because there's limited parking on this road. This is the steel that's going in, so the structural engineer needed 2 steels, this one going across here and then a further one going in from here into the middle of the loft for support. So that is what the builders are doing next week, as well as putting in these into the steel and cutting all these in here like that the whole way along for our ceiling, and then they'll start doing the rafters up to transform all of this roof. Really exciting to see it all happening, but at the same time kind of overwhelming about how much we've got to do. So that's it for now. Lots for the builders to get on with. They've got 2 labourers here next week. We're taking off all the roof tiles, dealing with all the concrete guttering, and then the builders are cracking on with the steel work and the rafters and the joists. So lots going on, and then hopefully in the next couple of months we can start to get these rafters up, get the roof tiles on and make it watertight. I'm speaking to my window guys now. We're a bit indecisive about what we're going to go for. There's 2 we sort of like. One's called Heritage 7, one's called Heritage 9, and there's a couple of colours in there that we like. One's called a Cotswold green, and then one's kind of like a light grey but looks a bit greeny-ish as well. a bit different because we're having white render. I feel like it might be a bit bland, and we definitely can't have white windows, for example, because I think it looked quite dull on the outside. Black's always a good option if not, but we might go a bit different. Anyway, thanks to everyone for watching and subscribing. Anyone has any experience on concrete guttering, please message me. I would love to hear from you, would appreciate any help. And yeah, see you on the next one. Cheers.